Welcome everyone. My name is Annemarie Reinaars. I'm the coordinator of the International Master EUROSUD South European Studies. And I am very pleased that we are able to provide you with more in-depth information regarding our beautiful master program, the International Master Program, South European Studies, EUROSUD South European Studies. If you have any questions while we are talking, while we are explaining, if some questions pop up or if there are things that are unclear, please write them down. At the end of this presentation, you will have plenty of time to ask us whatever is relevant to you, okay? So do not hesitate to ask us for clarification if needed. Welcome to the interested students, but also a very warm welcome to all the coordinators of the participating universities. And in relation to that, I would like to just explain that EUROSUD is like a collaboration between different European top universities, I would say, all members of the Civis University Alliance. EUROSUD is composed of the following: the Autonomous University in Madrid, Spain, Aix-Marseille Université in France, ULB Université Libre de Bruxelles in Belgium, Sapienza Università di Roma in Italy, and the University of Bucharest in Romania. Okay, so these 5 universities together, we've created a very interesting program, I think, on Southern Europe. Can we go to the next slide, Amy? Okay, so I'm very happy that I'm not the only one talking today. I'm actually joined by a group of experts and great academics as well. So just a brief introduction on myself. My name is Annemarie Reinaars. I'm an associate professor in public administration, and I work at the Autonomous University of Madrid. More specifically, I work at the Department of Political Science and International Relations, and I am the coordinator of the EUROSUD program in Madrid. And I'm also the coordinator of the base master, which is called Democracy and Government, in which the EUROSUD master is integrated. And WAM is also the coordinating university of the entire EUROSUD program. Then I would have loved to give the floor to my colleague Mauve Carbonel from Aix-Marseille University, but I think she isn't there yet. So I will shortly introduce her, and then I will give the floor to Amandine, Chiara, and Alexandra, who can present themselves shortly. So Mauve Carbonel, she's associate professor at the Aix-Marseille University, and I understand that she, well, for some reason, was not able to join the session here. If you have any questions specifically for Mauve Carbonel, oh, Mauve is there, she says. But I cannot see her in the participants section. So, Emmy, maybe you can give her the floor then, so she can present herself. Mauve, is it able for you to talk or?
Yes, hi.
Yes, okay, sorry.
I don't know why, but my mic was off. And
okay, and maybe you could also turn on the camera?
Yes, I think I can.
It's very strange because you don't appear in my list of presenters.
No,
but anyway,
no
I'm very glad to see you. You're here. Can you please introduce yourself shortly?
Yes, well, very shortly. I'm Mauve Carbonel, associate professor in history, specialized on European integration history, and I'm running our base master program in European and International Studies, and I'm the proud coordinator for Aix-Marseille of this very beautiful program.
Hey, Amandine?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Amandine Crespi, and I am a political science professor and also the coordinator of the ULB's Master in European Studies, in which this great EUROSUD program is embedded at ULB. Great to be here.
Chiara?
Hi everybody, I'm Chiara Fiorelli from the University Sapienza University of Rome. I am a political scientist, and I work a lot with political parties and interest groups, and I am part of this program because I am offering a course related to this program. Thank you.
And Alexandra?
Hello, everyone. I'm Alexandra Iancu. I'm a professor of comparative politics at the University of Bucharest and also the Dean of the Faculty of Political Science. And my area of expertise is democratic backsliding in democracies. Thank you.
Thank you all for presenting yourself. So this is EUROSUD's team. many of us are also the coordinators, not all of them, but if you ever want to reach out to either one of us, I think it's no problem at all. You can just always write us. Amy, can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah, so I will get you through or take you through like the general focus of the program. I will also tell you more about the first year of the program that takes place at the Autonomous University in Madrid. After that, the other coordinators will introduce their specific study tracks and the focus and study plan of each study track. And thereafter, I will get back with more general information regarding application requirements, for example, or the specific student profiles that we are looking at. So maybe you wonder why a master specifically dedicated to Southern Europe. Well, we believe that Southern Europe or the Southern European region has a distinct identity that is worthwhile studying, and that is also necessary studying in order to understand the past, the present, and the future of the Southern European region. And so we have a specific focus on the Mediterranean basin that we call a region with a distinct identity and a pivotal role in addressing European and global affairs. So the EUROSUD Master does not only look at specific Southern European countries. We very much are interested in the dynamics between these Southern European countries and different regions or areas surrounding or important for these Southern European countries, such as the Mediterranean, the European Union, and also Eastern Europe. So EUROSUD takes these regions into account. Apart from this specific identity and the connections between other regions, Southern Europe has also gone through many recent important changes. As we mention here, the rise of liberal democratic norms, the growth of populist and anti-establishment movements in many of these countries, the economic and social dynamics of regional integration, and nationalism, for example, being also an important issue or theme, for example, in Spain. Other critical issues that the Southern European region is faced with is post-colonial ties, heavy migration flows, climate change, more recently perhaps socio-demographic shifts, corruption, administrative corruption, political corruption, the quality of governance, evolving security landscape in the Eastern Mediterranean and the Black Sea. And now this presentation was prepared quite some time ago, but as you can see, and if you've followed the news lately, you see that this is again very relevant, and Southern Europe is very relevant in this sense as well, and a study on Southern Europe. So students that choose to follow the EUROSUD Master, they explore all these developments. I would always like to mention that we look at the history, the future, and also the present of these Southern European countries, and we look at that through diverse theoretical and methodological approaches from across the humanities and social sciences. And we train you, our students, with unparalleled regional expertise, a solid foundation in international affairs, and advanced research and professional skills, for example, through internships, preparing you for international careers or doctoral studies if you would like to do a PhD, for example, after the master. So a specific focus that we consider very important. Now I would like to go to the following slide. In order to, as I already mentioned, cover in first instance the Southern European region and then the interaction with the different surrounding regions or areas, we have created the following three study tracks. The first study track is called Southern Europe and the Mediterranean. The title already gives away what the specific focus of this track is. In this track, all students start year one at the Autonomous University of Madrid. And after that year, or year one, they go to Aix-Marseille University for year two. If you follow this track, you will end up, if you finish all the courses successfully, with a double degree, a Master in Democracy and Government from the Autonomous University of Madrid, and a Master in European and International Studies from the University of Marseille. There's track 2, called Southern Europe and the European Union. In that track, we explore the relationship between Southern Europe and European institutions, for example, or the European Union as a whole. Year 1 again takes place at the University of Madrid, the Autonomous University of Madrid, and year 2 is split into 2 semesters. The first semester you will follow courses at the Université Libre de Bruxelles, and the second semester, which is actually the 4th semester if you consider the 2 years together, is followed at Sapienza University in Rome. This track provides you with a multiple degree. You have first the Master in Democracy and Government, then the Master in European Studies, and the third Master is the Master in International Relations and Supranational Institutions. And then the third track that we offer is called Southern and Southeastern Europe. Again, the first year you start at the Autonomous University Madrid, and after that first year you travel to Bucharest, Romania, and this track provides you with a double degree. Again, degree in the Master in Democracy and Government and the Master in Comparative Politics from the University of Bucharest. So 3 different tracks, all with a common year. We'll come back to that in a minute. And then you specialize in a different and more specific focus that is of your interest. Can we go to the following slide, Emmy? Okay, so now you know a bit more about the global structure of the master, and now I will get into detail about the actual study offer or the study plan offered at the Autonomous University in Madrid. And before showing you the specific courses that you can follow, I just wanted to mention and clarify that the courses that you follow in year 1 are all provided by the Department of Political Science and International Relations. And our department forms part or is part of the Faculty of Law in Madrid. And we are very proud that our Faculty of Law has a very good reputation, not only in Spain, also outside Spain. And the courses will also take place at our campus of the Autonomous University Madrid. I don't know if you've already been there, but our campus is a little bit outside of the city center, which can be quite hectic and chaotic. We are in a lovely, green area, very calm, and it's really nice working at that campus. So I would love to welcome you all there in year 1. Emmy, can we go to the second slide so I can explain a bit more about the first year? So the first year at WAM is like a common year in which you all become experts in the basics of Southern Europe and also themes related to democracy, I would say, especially. So it's a foundational program that all EUROSUD students follow, despite of independently of the study track that you choose. And as such, all students, they go to their second destination with knowledge about important aspects related to Southern Europe. The year is divided into 2 semesters. Semester 1 consists of 5 courses, 1 compulsory course on research, design, and methods. This is a general course for all EUROSUD students. And each of the following courses that I mentioned, and also the research, design, and methods course, is always linked to Southern Europe. So, for example, research, design, and methods, students will need to design a research proposal thinking of an issue, a question, a puzzle related to Southern Europe. And the same goes for the other elective courses. So European Union, public policy, theory and practice, evaluating public policies and services, voting in modern democracies, representation and political participation, and explaining nationalism and populism. All these courses are in more specific way or less specific way, but directly or indirectly related to Southern Europe. So, for example, explaining nationalism and populism is a course that is really centers on nationalism and populism in Southern Europe. Okay, so this is like the first year in which students become acquainted with the basics, I would say, of democracy and government, and then semester 2 really focuses on Southern Europe and more themes related to democracy. So as you can see here, 4 compulsory courses in semester 2, social challenges in Southern Europe, which is a wonderful course. In this course, we talk about, for example, climate change, migration, unemployment, lack of trust among citizens, many different topics discussed in this course. Then we have a course on democracy and government in Southern Europe, and there we learn about the history, the current status, and future challenges in terms of democracy and government in different Southern European countries. Many of these sessions, both in the course Democracy and Government and Social Challenges in Southern Europe, are actually offered by professors coming from different Southern European countries. Okay, so that is very interesting as well. And then we have two other courses, Processes of Democratic Transition in the Arab World, again with a focus on democracy and how do you do this democratic transition, which is also very relevant for Southern Europe, Southern European countries in itself. And then another course, Democratization and Reforms in Turkey and Iran. Again, this presentation was already made way back, but again, very relevant for now as well. And then there is one elective in semester 2 that you can choose from, either public administration and digital governance or contemporary political theory. So these are the courses that we offer. And in addition, we also offer what we call a transversal skills seminar on climate change. So in the beginning of the second semester, you will join a transversal skills seminar in which you, together with practitioners, but also with academics, through lecturers, but also through workshop, tackle questions related to climate change in Southern Europe. And I think this year it was super interesting, this program, and students enjoyed it a lot. And besides this transversal skills seminar, there are also many academic, social, and cultural activities. So we organize seminars with guest speakers. We have walking routes through the city center of Madrid. Sometimes we join at a restaurant to have a nice meal together. We also visit La Moncloa, for example. We visited the Congress. We go to many institutions as well in the Madrid area. So this is what WAM offers in year 1. And then I think we can go to MOVE again, in which we start explaining the details of track 2, year 2.
Yes, hi everyone. So again, well, I will switch into French because this pathway, the second year of this first pathway is in French. And so if you don't understand me right now and you don't have a B2 in French, it's not possible to candidate, because all our courses and the structure program of this year 2 in Aix-Marseille University is in French. So I think we have another slide, or maybe not. Yeah. So I switch into French. Donc, vous êtes les bienvenus si vous parlez français, si vous maîtrisez le français avec un niveau B2 pour participer à ce programme en français. Nous sommes un master international plurilingue, donc nous assumons cette diversité linguistique. Donc, vous êtes accueillis en deuxième année dans ce parcours au sein du master études européennes et internationales, parcours coopération euroméditerranéenne de la faculté de lettres et sciences humaines de l'université d'Aix-Marseille. Donc, vous êtes intégré à une cohorte existante qui intègre donc des étudiants d'EuroSud qui suivent à peu près le même programme avec quelques nuances cependant. Donc, ce programme combine à la fois une forte culture générale, donc le développement de connaissances disciplinaires approfondies sur le bassin méditerranéen, de son histoire aux enjeux les plus contemporains, sur les relations euro-méditerranéennes et l'acquisition de compétences professionnelles ou de recherche. On va voir comment on combine cela au sein de notre formation. Donc, vous avez la possibilité de choisir entre un parcours recherche ou un parcours professionnel au sein de cette deuxième année, avec des cours interdisciplinaires sur les relations euro-méditerranéennes et des compétences et des cours, on va dire, transversaux, notamment les cours d'anglais ou conduire un projet de recherche qui travaille les méthodologies qui sont transposables à la fois pour une vocation de recherche, mais aussi professionnelle. On veille à cela. donc des compétences interdisciplinaires sur les méthodes de gouvernance dans l'espace euroméditerranéen, les enjeux migratoires qui sont essentiels à bien maîtriser, c'est une question très importante, les conflits, les questions de frontières et de systèmes politiques en Méditerranée, des Balkans à la rive nord méditerranéenne, sud-méditerranéenne, pardon. Les compétences professionnelles sont axées autour de la gestion de projets, l'ingénierie de projets, notamment européens, qui sont là aussi transposables dans de nombreux secteurs d'activité. Et ces nombreux secteurs d'activité, vous les rencontrerez dans les séminaires professionnels où on accueille de nombreux intervenants extérieurs qui viennent partager leur expérience professionnelle avec les étudiants et qui aussi permettent de découvrir un environnement socio-professionnel varié auquel on ne pense pas forcément. Bien sûr, peut-être certains d'entre vous rêvent d'institutions internationales, mais il faut aussi savoir qu'il y a de nombreuses possibilités d'emploi dans différents secteurs d'activité, dans différents types d'institutions, d'organismes, du monde privé au monde public. Voilà donc pour la structure globale du premier semestre. Le deuxième semestre est dédié, il n'y a pas de cours ou un cours mais très limité en début d'année en janvier, sinon c'est un semestre dédié au stage et donc à l'expérience professionnelle qui de 4 à 5 mois qui est fondatrice. Souvent il s'agit de jobs juniors pour les étudiants, donc c'est un moment important. Sauf ceux qui veulent s'orienter vers un terrain de recherche, ils ont aussi la possibilité de faire cette demande-là et de faire des stages plus courts s'ils le souhaitent, en lien avec leur projet de recherche. Pour renforcer cette structure globale, il y a plusieurs bonus, disons, notamment une semaine de voyage et de séjour d'études à Barcelone. Barcelone qui est le cœur des relations euroméditerranéennes où il y a beaucoup d'organisations, d'institutions, d'ONG, cela nous permet de rencontrer d'autres acteurs, en dehors de ceux qu'on rencontre en France, d'autres acteurs des relations euroméditerranéennes, tout en étant une semaine appréciée des étudiants, de cohésion, de renforcement des dialogues entre enseignants et étudiants, et aussi de discuter des projets professionnels de façon plus informelle et pas uniquement dans le cadre du tutorat imposé. Au quatrième semestre, vous avez aussi la possibilité, si vous le souhaitez, d'effectuer une mobilité. Donc là, on ne l'a pas indiqué, mais vous pouvez tout à fait la considérer comme une mobilité, et notamment auprès d'un partenaire important du programme qui est Casablanca au Maroc. Si c'est une perspective qui vous intéresse, nous en discuterons de toute façon avec les étudiants en début d'année et nous leur présenterons possibilité de mobilité, de troisième mobilité non obligatoire à Casablanca. Voilà pour la structure globale. Les débouchés, ce sont évidemment les débouchés collectifs de ce programme de master avec une spécificité aussi liée au renforcement de compétences linguistiques et du monde francophone qui peuvent tout à fait compléter votre formation existante et qui viendront renforcer donc votre employabilité. Je pense que j'ai présenté globalement la structure. Sachez qu'il y a aussi quand même un mémoire de recherche appliqué à fournir qui est en plus du stage. Donc c'est une deuxième année très intense, mais vous serez très heureux de participer à cette formation et d'être diplômé des 2 masters de Madrid et d'Aix-Marseille Université. Well, thank you. I hope we had some interest in French. If for the others, well, it's always an occasion to hear another language. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Mauve. It was lovely to hear you do this in French. Then we go to track 2, Southern Europe and the European Union. So, Amandine, maybe you want to...
Yeah. Thank you, Anna. So this second year of Track 2 starts in Brussels. We'll have the pleasure to welcome EUROSUD students in September. And the purpose of this term in Brussels is quite logically to integrate the European Union dimension and to make students knowledgeable about the connection between political issues related to Southern Europe and the EU. So the selection of courses that you'll have to follow with us aims to provide you with an interdisciplinary approach to help you understand the EU and its role in Southern Europe's ongoing dynamics and transformations. So you see here on the slide that we have 6 courses that really provide you with the strong multidisciplinary basis to understand the European Union. So law, integration through law. Then we have a course dedicated to the EU institutions, decision-making in the EU. We have history courses of European integration. And then the 3 other courses are a bit more, I would say, thematic, for you to gain also some more specific insights just beyond the institutions and the working of the EU. So first of all, we have democratization and autocratization, very important political dynamics nowadays in the Union. Then there's the course that I have the pleasure to teach myself, entitled Social Europe, which is about social policy making in the EU, and social governance and the fight against inequality in the EU. And the third thematic course is about interest representation. This is also very important. There's a whole range of interest representation activities going on in Brussels, as you're aware of, I'm sure. This course is also quite practically oriented. So it gives you a first glance into the range of interest groups and their how they work in Brussels to try and shape decisions made by the EU institutions. So that's one aspect of the curriculum during this semester 3. And the second aspect is much more practice oriented. This is the last bullet point here on the left of the slide. And it consists in a whole week where you receive transversal skills activities, which are focused on the foresight methodology. Foresight is about designing desirable futures, scenario building, forecasting, backcasting, and different methodologies, which are at the moment very central in EU policymaking, that the EU institutions are also using and promoting a lot themselves. So also with the involvement of practitioners, of people from the Joint Research Center of the European Union, for instance, you receive a range of practical activities to understand and become familiar with this foresight methodologies. That's it for me. Thank you.
Can I continue?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the final semester of this track 2 will be spent in Rome at Sapienza, University of Rome. The program EUROSUD is hosted by the Department of Political Science. It's actually a part of the international programs of the Department of Political Science. And we want to spend time with students from EUROSUD by increasing the knowledge on the Mediterranean and its history, together with the democratization processes. Students attending the courses in Sapienza will have to choose between 2 different courses to attend. You have a selection of 6 courses currently offered by the department: Mediterranean World and International Connections, Political Party Leadership and Interest Groups, this is mine, Rights and Democracy in the Italian Constitutional System, Constitutional Transition and Democratization, Economic, Policy and Political Economy of the European Union, and History of International and European Relations. You can see how we can try to offer a variety of issue and discipline in order to increase your curiosity on Southern European countries and even in connection with the whole world. At the end of the semester, but starting from the very beginning, the students have to choose an issue, a topic for their master thesis. And this is the third activities that students of EUROSUD have to do while they are staying in Sapienza. The master thesis is a project, actually, that students have to carry out, and you will be supervised by expert tutors of Sapienza, and you can choose, of course, the issue that you care about the most, that you are interested in the most, even from the previous semesters, of course. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's in relation to track 2, sorry, and then we move to track 3, Southern Europe and Southeastern Europe. Alexandra?
Okay, thank you so much. This is a new track, and it actually complements the first year proposed by Madrid. It is hosted by the Faculty of Political Science, and basically it's a program on comparative politics. And the program is constructed in order around the concept of democratic resilience, trying to mirror the Southern European perspective with a broader approach from Central and Eastern European countries, but also from Western Balkans. And basically, our classes are looking into democratic consolidation and backsliding. European constitutional is basically the conflict in rule of law definition and standards, and how reverse forms of conditionality are formed by adding the new member states on regional identities, and how they reshape and collide with other types of regional identities in Europe. But also, if you are looking as well, we have classes on post-communism, post-colonialism, how you can actually look at this and try to relate to them and how they are politicized nowadays in Europe. So that's the first semester. The second semester in Bucharest, so the fourth semester of the program, you can look that we also tackle issues related to nationalism, but also technopolitics. These are all, if you are looking a bit and you are following the European debate, these are issues that have been mobilized recently in order to build up a shield for democracy, namely the issue of disinformation, the issue of rule of law, and the fact that basically what you are seeing right now, there are foreign forms of interference sapping the well-functioning of contemporary democracies. So we're trying to connect with a broader European agenda and try to mirror that, what you have learned about Southern Europe, but try to bring in also the experience of new member states, because these new member states usually exhibit enhanced forms of decline or enhanced forms of polarization. So it's easy to grasp, for instance, this new democratic crisis. So that will be the curriculum. Usually the students are invited to have these two components, both the internship practices, so it's highly professionalized in the sense in which our students are supposed to follow through an internship program with our partner institutions. And we do have institutions that are working with us, either from research centers, if you are more interested in research, the Institute for Memory Studies, for instance, or legislative councils, if you are more drawn to institutional aspects, or various other NGO actors that are militating for democracy or fighting disinformation. So all in all, we do have this partnership, and those that are coming to Bucharest can actually announce us what is their main focus, and we can actually pair you up with our partner institutions in order to have this internship program. And there is also a need to defend an MA thesis. So usually the internship program, but also the entire focus of your stay in Bucharest should be looking also to mix together your research interest for writing down an MA thesis, basically, and do some field work and get involved and know a bit the entire environment. Last but not least, we also have a transversal skills course, and it is, as mentioned before, looking at democratic resilience, and we are going to have also guests either from the academia, but also from the institutional settings that are going to discuss at length some of the contemporary challenges in the region in reference to shaping up democratic resilience, but also the main attacks to democratic governance. So all in all, we are starting the 1st of October, so not in September, but a bit late by comparison to other universities. We are starting in October. We are finishing in May, and the defense is taking place of the MA dissertation takes place in June, and we are looking forward to greeting you all if you are to choose this second track. Thank you.
Thank you all for telling us more about the specific elements of each study track. Then I will continue with some more general information regarding the EUROSUD Master. We talk about the requirements, procedures, and some practicalities. Emmy, can you go to the next slide, please? Okay, so this is the application timeline. I highly recommend you to go to the website of the Master EUROSUD South European Studies of the Autonomous University Madrid, or either through the CIVIS website. As you can see, the application period is already open, at least for the first period. So we have accepted applications since the beginning of February, and it will close at the end of March, beginning of April, sorry. Okay, so please check out the specific application timeline also published on the website. So the first period finishes in April, but if there are places available still, then a second period will be opened from early June to the end of August. Now, I do want to mention that if I request our administration to open this period earlier, I could do so. But this is the official calendar. If because students send me emails, I see that there's a lot of interest in filling the remaining places, then I can always ask our administration to open this period earlier, and then you could send us your application earlier, and then we also may provide you with an answer earlier, but that's all conditionally. Okay, so these are the official periods. We also try to provide you with an answer quite soon. So by April the 15th, you should be informed by us about the results. So you then know, will I be accepted to the program or not, which is easy or convenient for you because you will need to arrange your traveling, housing, etc., etc. Okay. Then again, if places remain available, we will open a second round. I do want to mention that we've already received quite some applications. It might also be that some tracks are already filled, whereas other tracks still have places available. We will inform you all about this as well through the website. Okay. Then can we go to the next, the formal requirements. So if you think, okay, I would like to study this master, then you first of all need to have a bachelor's degree of at least 180 ECTS credits in, for example, humanities, languages, communication, journalism, history, literature, geography, or social sciences, political science, international relations, sociology, law, public administration, European studies, anthropology, area studies, economics, or business, or a closely related field. And we will then consider whether this field is sufficiently related to the other fields already mentioned. Applicants with degrees from outside Spain, if you have completed your degree in a foreign educational system, you do not need to formally homologate or officially recognize your degree in Spain. So your national degree from another country is also valid, but you must demonstrate that your degree is equivalent to an official one, undergraduate degree. You must be eligible to access postgraduate studies in the country where your degree was awarded. So your bachelor degree need to provide you access to a master's degree, and your academic background will be assessed according to WAM's regulations. So in addition to the degree, we will have a look at your academic record, the university of origin, your proficiency in English or French, depending on the track. We will come back to that in a minute, and other languages, your previous work experience in areas related to its content, and personal motivations for pursuing the master's degree. We will consider all these aspects. You can have a look at this again on the website, of which we explain all of these points as well. And if you decide to apply, you need to make sure to send us the following documents. First, a copy of your ID and passport. You should also, one second. I'm sorry, 1 second. Sorry for this silly interruption, but my cat was about to leave the house and he's not allowed to leave, so I had to close the door. So you need to hand in a copy of your ID, a passport. You should also download the study track choice form, in which you can indicate which study track you would like to follow. In that same form, you also can introduce your motivation, for example, that we take into account very seriously. Then you need to hand in an official academic transcript of degrees of your undergraduate studies. For all tracks, we accept these transcripts in the following languages: in Spanish, Portuguese, English, French, or Italian. And for other languages, these transcripts need to be translated by a sworn translator. Okay. You need to upload the access degree. If you've completed your studies at the time of applying, you can already send it, but you don't need to send it in case you are still finishing your bachelor's degree. So many students, they are now finishing their studies. WAM always allows you to hand in this official bachelor's degree. I think it is like in October, November. That means while you are already in Madrid. You need to hand in your average grade certificates of your previous studies. Applicants are to include a certificate showing the average grade for each of their previous diplomas. And I think this is only in relation to track 2, that is WAM, ULB, and Sapienza. Students need to provide proof of their activities for the past 5 years, depending on the applicant's profiles. This may include a secondary school certificate, for example, or work certificates. But basically, and maybe Amandine, you can tell us if students have questions about this, you need to reflect what you've been doing the last 5 years, activities that are relevant for the master. Amy, can we go to the next slide, for example? Okay, the student profile that we are looking after, and language requirements. So student EUROSUD is taught in English, with courses offered in French in track 1. So in the second year of track 1, courses are offered in French. So if you don't manage French, that may be very difficult. But the rest of the study tracks are all taught in English. Then in relation to the student profile, we are looking for graduates with a background in political science or social science. Again, I mentioned this already: law, public administration, sociology, anthropology, international relations, European and other area studies, or economics and business, or other related disciplines such as history, geography, literature, languages, or journalism. And these profiles we consider fit the program best. Okay. Now, if you have any doubts about your profile, just send me an email and I will have a look at it, and we'll figure it out together. Okay. Then in relation to student profile and languages, then regarding career prospects and fees. So EUROSUD prepares you for a professional position in organizations such as, for example, NGOs, non-profit organizations, policy agencies at the national and international level, such as World Bank or OECD, who actually have former EUROSUD students working in these institutions, local, regional, and national governments, EU institutions such as the European Commission and EU agencies, other international organizations, lobby and consultancy organizations, and we also have students that want to stay in academics and that pursue a PhD, for example, after finishing the master. In relation to the fees, year one for EU students costs 4,500 euros and for non-EU students 6,000 euros. And then year two, again, 4,500 euros for EU students. And here the price for non-EU students doesn't change, 4,500 euros for non-European students. Okay. In relation to the fees, I also would like to mention that the mobilities between Madrid and either France or Brussels, Rome and Bucharest, many students will be eligible for Erasmus Plus funding, which means that you will be eligible for financing part of your mobility through Erasmus Plus scholarship, which may come in handy depending on your financial situation, of course. So this in relation to the fees. Emmy, can we go to the next? And yeah, next slide is about more information. So if you think, okay, I really like this program and you want to join us, please check out our website. We have a different website. We have a CIFES website, but we also have the website of the University of Madrid. We have a program brochure in which you can also find more information. And if you have any other questions, you can also get in touch with me, the academic coordinator. Just send me an email explaining the situation or indicating your question, and I'm happy to answer you as soon as possible. And then, Emmy, I think we have already arrived to the Q&A. So now it's time for the students to ask us their questions or to share whatever observation. I don't know if they need to be unmuted or.
I can unmute people.
Yeah.
So I'll unmute everybody and then you can just speak.
Okay.
I see that Elisa. Elisa has a question in the chat, which I will. Which I will read. She's in a library, so she can't talk. 2 questions. First, could you please provide details on the scholarship opportunities? Second question, you mentioned some tracks are already full. Does the program function on a first-come, first-served basis?
Yeah, so in relation to your first question, I can only say, okay, I see there are many comments now.
I will follow up.
Okay.
Please continue.
So in relation to the scholarship opportunities, apart from the Erasmus Plus or Erasmus Plus scholarships or funding, there are no specific scholarship opportunities for this program yet. And then in relation to the second question, well, I actually didn't say that they were already full, but I said that we have been receiving quite some applications already, and there is, some tracks will be full before other tracks, perhaps. It depends on what will happen the next couple of weeks, of course. But does the program operate on a first-come, first-served basis? In essence, yes. But we only select, of course, the candidates that we consider very good. So that's what I can say about it. If you do not send your application before the 1st of April, then it will be difficult to guarantee you any spots on the program, because we expect that before the 1st of April we will have received many applications already. So in the second period, chances will become smaller to get a place on the program. I don't know if I answered your questions fully. If not, please let me know. Then I see another question. Final bachelor student in linguistic mediation. I won't be able to turn on my micro, but okay. I had planned. Sapiens. Yeah, I asked this. I'm trying to, but okay, I won't be able to apply before. Yeah, is there any chance to send the application some days after the deadline, or may? Yeah, in relation to that, and I did mention this, Beatrice, if you apply, you are not expected to send us your degree yet, your bachelor's degree, if you're still in the process of finishing your bachelor's degree. On the website of WAM, you can also see when they do expect you to send it, but you can apply for the master without having finished your bachelor's degree. Again, I hope I've interpreted your question correctly. I went over it very quickly. And I see that Elisa Mont is again writing something in the chat, so I guess she's going to comment on my earlier answers. So if I send my application, for example, on the last day of March, will I have less chances than someone who sent it in? No, not, yeah, yes and no. It really depends. Not for all the. So, for example, if there is a pathway in which we have relatively little applications in February, at the end of February or the beginning of March, let's say now, then your chances aren't smaller. But if you send your application, and I think we indicate this in the website, on the website. We take into account first a batch of applications sent between the 1st of February and the 1st of March, or the 3rd of March, I think we indicated. And then we take into account the second batch of applications sent between, I think, but we need to check the website here, between the 4th of March and the 1st of April, I think. Yeah.
Annemarie, may I just to be clear? There are two application periods, as you saw on the slide. There's the first one now ongoing, and a second one that will be in the second, like after, in end of the academic year. The big difference is between applying during the first application period and the second application period.
That's it.
In both cases, quality of the application is the first thing we look at. And so at the end of the first application period, we will know how many students we have accepted into each track. There are about a dozen spots in each track. And we will see then if when we open the second application period, we will be very transparent about this and let you know where relatively there are still spots available or not. So as Annemarie said, quality of the applications are the first criteria. And the second criteria is there is a statistical difference between the first application period and the second application period. Because we will not be withdrawing offers of registration to students we have selected in the first application period. So if you are selected in the first application period, you are safe and secure, your spot is awarded. So I see somebody ask, do we know how many, if any tracks are already full? No, because we are still in the first application period and the selection will happen at the first application period. From memory, we promise you on the 15th of April to communicate the results. And at that time, we will know what spots are left, and that will be the basis for the second application period.
Yeah. So also in relation to this question, is already known which tracks are already full? No. We don't know yet. Yeah. We do see how many applications we receive per track, but it doesn't say anything about the actual acceptance of the applications, because we need to go over that. Yeah.
I would say a very important thing you will see in the application form, notably the form Annemarie mentioned, where you put your motivation and your choices. You can indicate several tracks, or you can order the tracks in order of preference, first preference, second preference. It increases your statistical chances if you indicate several tracks, even just two tracks. So we strongly recommend that you fill the form out in full, and so put your preferred track, but do not be shy about putting a second preference.
I see students writing, so let's wait.
Yes.
I wanted to ask regarding the scholarship, if I am correctly, the only one available is the Erasmus Plus one, but as this master is not properly in Erasmus Mundus, may I ask the link of such scholarship, as I did not see in both EUROSUD website. Yeah, so maybe my colleagues can help me out here, but you can ask for Erasmus Plus funding without this being an Erasmus Mundus master. Frederik, you want to comment on this? Or?
I'll do it. So yeah. It is once you are registered as a regular EUROSUD student and you are therefore a regular student from 2 or 3 universities, depending on which track you follow. Once you are in the university, for example, in year 1 at Madrid or in year 2 at ULB, then through your home university, at that time, you will apply for Erasmus money. But careful, we're talking about mobility funding. So these are not Erasmus Mundus fellowships. These are mobility fundings to help you with the mobility from Madrid to your second university. And in the case of track 2, an additional boost to help you from Brussels to Rome. So these are Erasmus mobility fundings that are traditional support for students to move from one European university to another. That application will happen once you are a student through the university where you're at that given point.
See, Beatrice, thank you so much. Can I ask you to repeat where I could find some information about applying while ending my bachelor's degree, and to confirm I can apply even though I have not finished my bachelor's degree? I heard it's, yeah. Yes, this is what it means. So you can already apply for a master. This is just one policy, a policy of my university. We understand that many students that are now doing a bachelor's degree haven't finished it yet, but are already in the process of searching for a master. So if you go to the application websites, let me see if I can find it here. I will include the link here. But if you go to the postgraduate center of the Autonomous University of Madrid, you will find a page about the application. And ins and outs on the applications, and there you will find that you can hand in an application without this necessity. Now I can have a look at it now, and then they will ask you to send your bachelor's degree as soon as you are able to do so. Okay, so Beatrice, I understand that the question is answered more or less. So you didn't know that you could already apply for a master's degree without having finished your bachelor's degree, but yeah, you are able to do so. Any other questions? No? Then maybe other comments from the other coordinators, or else we... Oh, Lucas is... Okay, thank you. And please get in touch with me. You can see my email address here if you have any further questions, okay? Then thanks to all of you, all the coordinators and the other colleagues for joining us. And sorry about the cat interaction, but this is live, so this can happen. And I wish you all a very pleasant week, okay? Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.